clearly you need a case. I mean, the decision's clear. See what I did there? Clearly. All right, if you haven't gathered by now, we're talking about some clear cases for the iPhone 14 series. This is particularly the iPhone 14 Pro, but you can get this case in particular in pretty much any of the series that you want. As a matter of fact, that's one of the things that they boast on, that they've got such a lineup in history with Apple that you could pretty much get whatever series that you want with their case. The link will be down below in the video description along with the discount code, so that's really cool. This video is also sponsored by, they have specialized in designing the iPhone cases and has become a top iPhone case brand since 2015. It has already gotten over 100,000 good ratings. They're also known to be Climate Pledge Friendly certified. As mentioned before, they released these cases with each model of the iPhone, so it's really cool that they got that much history ever since 2015. All right, before we get into the rest of this video, I want to talk about MusicBed. It's where I get all my music for this channel along with my professional video production. To me, they have the best library to choose from and you just can't go wrong. So if you want to sign up for a free account, there's a link down below in the video description. All right, so this case cost about 17 bucks on Amazon, but I also have a coupon code for you. So again, that link will be down below with that coupon code. While you're at it, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos from me, along with some of my social media stuff. I'm trying to put out some different kind of content out there on TikTok and Instagram, so feel free to give a follow. There's so much beeping out there, it's ridiculous. I don't even know if it's showing up in my audio yet. If you hear a bunch of beeping, they decided to do a bunch of stuff behind my studio and there's just not much I can do about that. So if you hear some beeping, some rumbling, there's construction going on. All right, so there's a few different choices that they sent over so that way I could show you what they look like on the phone. So I got a few cases to show off. One is completely clear, one has like a gradient type of design, the other has a solid rim. All the cases have a clear back, so that's something to keep in consideration when you're getting this. They're all clear. There's a few features that I don't want to miss, so I'm going to go over those with you now, and then I'll give you my opinion. Some of the notable features that you're going to pay attention to is that it's wear resistant, meaning it's not going to get beat up. It's also scratch resistant. You're not going to see a bunch of marks all over it over a period of time. Probably the best thing about this clear case is that it's not going to tint or yellow over time. It stays clear. One of the things that I've noticed in some of the cases that I've reviewed or had my hands on is that not all the ports are accurately cut out. You're not going to run into that problem with this case. These cases are cut precisely, and I like that attention to detail. It's got a streamlined design so that it makes it more comfortable in your hands. While you got comfort, you've got great protection as well. It's got dual protection concept, built-in airbags for 4 corners, and extended edge protection technology to avoid drop damage more efficiently. I like that fact because a lot of drops happen on the corner, so you're gonna have that extra cushion for the, while it's protective, it's also still pretty slim. So I like how they keep a low profile, it's got a minimal design to it. I'm pretty confident when I say this is that if you're going for a clear case, you want to see the design of the phone. And that's one of the big reasons why you would even go for a case like this, so that way you can see the color of the phone, not lose on the design, but you still want that protection. So sometimes with these protective cases, you get really just a heavy phone. Like the iPhone alone, especially the Max version, is hefty. It feels heavy in the hand. And so adding some more weight to it with the case, it just gets uncomfortable. It can even like get to the point where it pulls your pants down because as you're walking, if you don't have a belt or tie or some sort, it's drooping. But you're not gonna have that kind of problem with this kind of case because it's lightweight. It's made of materials that aren't gonna weigh it down any much more than what the phone weighs already. So I like that part about it too. Who is this case for? It's definitely for the person that likes clear stuff. Like you don't want much color, you wanna see the color of your phone. I have the white one, that's what I like about the most. And I get the white color because it hides fingerprints the most. And that's another fact about this case. You're not gonna see a bunch of fingerprint marks all over the case. I mean, it leaves some, like there's always gonna be something there, but it's not bad. However, if you want just a little bit of design, you can get a case that has like that gradient kind of color or a darker color rim, so that way it just kind of mixes things up. Like while I like the white iPhone, I don't like the silver trim, so personally, I like the black trim case the most. Speaking of that trim though, that's actually got some really great grip. And one of the things I also appreciate about this case is that this lip over the camera module is pretty extensive. So it's gonna give that protection, but it also gives another kind of gripping point or touch point to help hold the phone more. All right, so nothing's perfect, right? So there's just a couple things that I wanna mention that I think that they could improve on. I would like to see a MagSafe version. I love using MagSafe. It's incorporated into so many different parts of my mobile tech life. I understand that it would take away from the full clear design. However, I would like to see a choice. Give me a choice if I want to clear back with MagSafe. One of the things that I grade hard on cases is the tactileness of the clickability of buttons. And while it's pretty good, I feel like it could be better. So there's a little bit of stiffness in each of the button presses, but it's not terrible. So I wouldn't call it a deal breaker for this case, but it's an area of improvement. I mean, for the kind of case that this is, there's not too much to complain about. You can tell that they've got experience making this kind of case, again, since 2015. So they've really narrowed down how they're gonna design this case. And I think that for what it is, there's not much to complain about. The things of areas of improvement kind of stuff, it's not deal breaker kind of things. Also, it just really just boils down to your preference. Do you like clear backs? Do you like the texture and feel of this kind of case? Personally, I'm not a big fan of clear cases. I like cloth, I like leather, wood, textures like that. But that's me. That might not be for you. Let me know in the comments, is this the kind of case that you like to go for? Do you care about MagSafe? Is that a deal breaker for you? Sort of is for me. I like it. I mean, if I'm going for a case that is going to show off the glory of the iPhone, this is definitely one of the ones to definitely check out, because you got that corner protection, you can see the phone, it's got a grippiness to it. I mean, it's a pretty solid case. Let me know what your thoughts are about this case in particular, and what your preferences are for your case desires and your needs, wants, and all that kind of fun stuff. Again, subscribe to the channel, check out my social media stuff. I've got some really just fun posts talking about stuff. I'm showing off some of my creative design and things like that. So yeah, I'll have all those links down below in the video description, or you can check out my website, bain-tech.com. Everything's right there too. And I appreciate you guys watching. I'll catch you next video. Thanks.